Hello students, very good morning to all of you. Dear students, we have started the nitrogen group elements from group number 15, and in last lecture we have seen that nitrogen can form different types of binary compounds, and these are called as nitrides. Okay. Then we have also seen the different classes, that is classification of boron nitrides. In that there are three types of boron nitrides such as saline boron nitride, then covalent, then interstitial boron nitride, and we are discussing in detail about covalent boron nitrides. Okay. The classes of nitrides are mainly saline, covalent and interstitial nitrides, and the boron nitrides are belonging to the covalent type of nitrides, and they are called as boron nitrides. These are the binary compounds of two elements, that is nitrogen and boron. Okay. Here today we are going to learn the remaining part of these boron nitrides, and these are covered under the heading other analogues of boron nitrides. Other analogues of boron nitrides. Okay. So, analogues means these compounds are having analogy with the carbon compounds, hence we have to see which different type of carbon compounds are having analogy with these boron nitrides. Okay. So, I have classified these into two types. First of all, amine boranes, and second one is borazine. So, what are amine boranes? These amine boranes are analogues of saturated hydrocarbons. Amine boranes, these are analogues of saturated hydrocarbons. No doubt these are boron nitrides, but there is a slight modification in the number of atoms present in that molecules. Okay. And these amine boranes, hence we can call them as a saturated analogues of saturated hydrocarbons. Means saturated hydrocarbons, we know that these are known as alkanes. Okay. So, what is the simple reaction for the preparation of these analogues? Here the diborane is given B2S6, one half of this diborane means a simple BS3, but we know that these boranes are exist in a dimeric form, that is B2S6, not in a monomer, that is BH3. Okay. So, for this reaction we have taken diborane, that is B2S6, half of molecule, stoichiometry is half for this diborane. When it reacts with trimethylamine, then we are getting BH3 and CS3 thrice. Okay. So, a trimethyl aminoborane is formed. Okay. So, formula is BH3 and CS3 thrice. Trimethyl aminoborane is formed, and this compound is called as a saturated analog of hydrocarbon, which is known as ethane. Okay. That is CH3. Okay. And this reaction is looking like a combination of Lewis acid and Lewis base. We know that boron is electrophilic in nature, so that is why it is acting as a Lewis acid, and amines, in amines nitrogen is having lone pair of electron, so that is why it is acting as a electron donor, that is nucleophile in nature. Okay. So, it is acting as a Lewis base. Okay. So, this is a Lewis base and this is a Lewis acid. So, this combination is looking like a Lewis acid base combination. Okay. And the resulting compound, that is aminoborane, may be called as a complex or a coordinate compound. Okay. So, aminoborane, these are analogous with the saturated hydrocarbon. Okay. And this if we replace this trimethyl group by the proton, that is CS3, then this aminoborane will be NH3BS3, NH3BS3, and this NH3BS3 is isoelectronic with ethane, that is CH3, ethane, saturated hydrocarbon. Okay. Then we know that in saturated hydrocarbons all the carbon atoms are joined by single covalent bonds, and as all these atoms are similar, that is carbon atoms, there is no difference in their electronegativity. So, that is why all these are non-polar in nature, but we know that there is a difference between the electronegativity of boron element and nitrogen. The electronegativity of boron is around about 2.04 something, and that of nitrogen is 3.04 something. Okay. So, that is why as there is a difference in their electronegativity, so that is why such aminoborane compounds are polar in nature. Such aminoborane compounds are polar in nature. So, this is the difference between the saturated analogues of alkanes or hydrocarbons and that of the aminoboranes. Okay. So, this is one of the main difference, that these are polar in nature, whereas the corresponding analogues of hydrocarbons are non-polar in nature. For example, ethane is non-polar, but BS3NH3 is polar. BS3NH3 is a polar in nature. Okay. As well as in the physical states of these compounds, we can also observe the difference, because this ethane is a gas at room temperature. We know that the lower alkanes, that is methane, ethane, propane, butane, all these 4 lower alkanes are gaseous in state at room temperature, at ordinary temperature and pressure conditions, means that these are gaseous in state, and but the similar analog of this boron nitride, that is aminoborane BS3NH3 is solid at room temperature. So, this is the main difference between the physical states. Okay. Then we can also observe the unsaturated boron nitrides. Unsaturated boron nitrides means, we know that what is meant by unsaturation, when there is a presence of multiple bonds other than single bonds. When there is a presence of multiple bonds, then we can say that there is a presence of unsaturation in the given compound. Okay. So, if there is a carbon-carbon double bond, just like in alkenes, we call them as unsaturated compounds. Okay. In the similar way, these unsaturated analogues of hydrocarbons can be seen in the boron nitride compounds, and the example is aminoborane, and the formula is NH2BH2, this is the simplest aminoborane. Okay. So, let us see, these aminoboranes are isoelectronic with the ethene. Okay. So, CH2 double bond CH2. So, what are the total number of electrons present in this ethene? So, 2 carbons. So, therefore, 6 plus 6 12 electrons, as there are 4 hydrogens. So, 12 plus 4 16 electrons are there present in the total electron count in the ethylene molecule or ethene molecule is 16. In the similar way, the total number of electrons present in the aminoborane NH2BH2 is also 16, that is nitrogen 7, boron 5, 7 plus 5 12 plus 2 hydrogen 14 plus 2 hydrogen 16. Okay. So, that is why these are isoelectronic with the ethene or ethylene molecule. Now, next one is the synthesis of these aminoboranes, that is unsaturated compounds. Okay. So, here this is isopropylamine NH CH3 twice CH3 twice. So, this is isopropylamine. Okay. A secondary amine is there. This isopropylamine, when it reacts with a boron trichloride, a boron halide is there, tetrachloroborane is also called as trichloroborane or boron trichloride. Okay. And this reaction is also a Lewis acid base combination. Okay. It is acting as Lewis acid and it is acting as Lewis base, and as there is a combination, by the removal of one HCl molecule, this proton and this one of this chlorine atom attached to this boron atom, okay, there is a formation of unsaturated boron nitride, and we call it as a aminoborane. Okay. So, BCl2 double bond N CH3 twice CH3 twice. Okay. So, a unsaturated analog of boron nitride, which is a analog of alkenes, can also be formed. Okay. Such structures is asked in the examination. Write down or note down the structure or find out the correct structure of this unsaturated analog of boron nitride. Okay. So, this is the structure of that unsaturated analog of boron nitride. Okay. Then this is all about the amino boranes, which is the amine boranes, which is the one of the analog of boron nitride with the hydrocarbon. Then second one is called as borazine. So, this is a very famous compound and it is also called as inorganic benzene. Okay. You might be surprised that what is mean by inorganic benzene. We know that organic benzene is nothing but it is having a 6-membered cyclic 6-membered ring, which is made up of all carbon atoms. So, at the corners of each of this hexagon all are carbon atoms, and there is a presence of alternate double and single bonds. There is a presence of alternate carbon carbon double and carbon carbon single bonds present in this hexagonal ring. Okay. And each corner is consisting of one carbon atom, and to each carbon atom there is a presence of one hydrogen atom. Okay. So, this is the structure of your organic benzene. This is the structure of your organic benzene. Okay. And this is unsaturated compound, we know that, and it is aromatic in nature. Okay. In the similar way, borazine have the similar structure to that of benzene, and hence this borazine is also isoelectronic, means number of electron present in that borazine, they are also similar to that of benzene. Not only this, but this borazine is also isostructural to that of the organic benzene. Okay. Means the structures of organic benzene and the structure of inorganic benzene, that is borazine, they are same. Okay. Only the difference between the presence of atoms present in that compound. Okay. So, the formula for this borazine is, no doubt it is a boron nitride compound. Okay. So, it is H3 B3 N3 H3. So, this is the molecular formula for inorganic benzene, that is borazine, H3 B3 N3 H3, or you can also write it in this fashion, B3 N3 H6. So, you can also write these 6 protons togetherly. So, B3 N3 H6, this is the molecular formula for borazine. It is a boron nitride compound, which is an analog of inorganic benzene, that is aromatic cyclic compound. Okay. So, how it is isostructural to that of the boron nitride, to that of the inorganic benzene, that we are going to see here. Okay. Now, look at this structure of organic benzene. Now, I am replacing all these carbon atoms present at the corners of this hexagon by alternate boron and nitrogen atoms. Okay. So, if it is boron, this is nitrogen here. If it is nitrogen, this is boron, nitrogen, boron, nitrogen. Okay. So, this is the structure of borazine. Okay. B double bond N, single bond B, double bond N, single bond B, double bond N, and to each boron and nitrogen atom there is a presence of hydrogen atom. Okay. So, as there are 6 corners, but out of these 6 corners, 3 corners are occupied by boron, 1, 2, 3. So, B3. Then 3 corners are occupied by nitrogen atoms, 1, 2, 3. So, N3. And total number of hydrogen atoms are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, B3 N3 H6 or H3 attached to boron, 3 boron atoms, and N3 attached to 3 boron nitrogen atoms. This is the molecular formula and the structure of this borazine. You can also write this resonating form. Okay. No doubt, as like in benzene, these pi bonds are also in delocalization form. Okay. So, that is why we can also write a resonance hybrid of this borazine molecule. Okay, like this, nitrogen, boron, nitrogen here. Okay, and you can write the resonance hybrid by drawing a circle in the ring. Okay. So, this is the resonance hybrid structure of this borazine. Such structures have been asked in your examination, university examination, to write the structure and molecular formula of borazine, that is, or you may get twisted by giving a acronym of that compound, that is inorganic benzene. How it is formed? A general reaction is given, it is not stoichiometrically balanced. Okay. So, it is a diborane. When diborane and ammonia both are gases at room temperature, when they are heated at high temperatures, then it gives rise to a borazine, that is B3N3S6. This reaction is given not stoichiometric, it is not a chemically balanced reaction. Okay. So, this is the structure. Then some derivatives, some analogues of this borazine can also be prepared by doing simple reactions between ammonium chloride and BCl3, doing simple reactions between ammonium chloride and BCl3. Okay. For example, when we react this ammonium chloride and BCl3 in 1:1 proportion, that is 3:3, this is for chemical balanced chemical equation. Okay. Then the resulting compound is known as boron trichloroborazine. Why B is written here? The capital B suggests that the trichloro, that is 3 chlorine atoms are present on the boron atom itself. Okay. So, that is why the name is boron trichloroborazine, and 9 hydrochloric acid molecules are formed as a side product. Okay. I am writing the reaction of this. So, ammonium chloride and BCl3, when they are combined, there is a formation of boron trichloroborazine. Okay. The structure of this will be boron, nitrogen, then again boron, nitrogen, here boron. Okay. So, the 3 chlorine atoms are attached to the boron atoms. So, write down 1, 2 and this is 3. Okay. And this is nitrogen. Okay. So, it is having hydrogen atoms 1, 2 and 3. Okay. What is remain? Alternate double and single bonds are remaining, double, single, double, single, double. Okay. So, this is the structure of trichloroborazine molecule. This is the structure of trichloro, BCl, BCl, BCl. There are 3 BCl bonds. Okay. Trichloroborazine molecule is this. Okay. Product of this reaction. Okay. Now, one more reaction can be seen, which is important in the case of borazine, and it is nothing but addition of hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid to borazine. What will happen when we are adding hydrochloric acid to borazine? Okay. So, this is the point of difference between the reactions of organic benzene and that of inorganic benzene. Okay. We know that organic benzene is not going, or it is not undergoing addition type of reaction, as there is a pi electron cloud above the and below the plane of the benzene ring. There is no attack of or addition reaction of that benzene are not found at all. Okay. Due to the disturbance or stability in the aromatic benzene, okay, is get destabilized by the addition reactions. Okay. So, that is why benzene is not giving addition type of reaction, but this is the main point of difference between organic benzene and that of inorganic benzene. That is, inorganic benzene, that is this borazine, is going to form a addition type of product with hydrochloric acid. Okay. So, when HCl is forming borazine, when it reacts with borazine, I am not writing the structure here. Okay. The structure is here. Okay. You are getting a trichlorocyclohexane analog. The product of this reaction is trichlorocyclohexane, okay, which is a saturated analog of cyclohexane. Okay. Trichlorocyclohexane analog will be formed, and the structure will be like this. B N B N N B. Okay. So, as it is cyclohexane, all the bonds are single bonds, okay, but there are 3 chlorine atoms attached to boron, okay, and each nitrogen atom is having now 2 hydrogen atoms, and each boron atom is having 1 chlorine and 1 hydrogen atom. Okay. So, this is the structure of trichlorocyclohexane analog. Okay. This can be written in the chair form like this. Okay. So, boron, nitrogen, boron, nitrogen, boron, and here nitrogen. Okay. So, to each boron there is 1 chlorine and hydrogen atom. Okay. So, this is axial proton, equatorial chlorine, then hydrogen, hydrogen, chlorine, hydrogen, okay. Then this is axial hydrogen, this is equatorial hydrogen, okay. Then this is boron, equatorial hydrogen, axial chlorine, and there is 2 hydrogen, one is axial and one is equatorial. So, in chair form we can write the structure of this trichlorocyclohexane analog. Okay. So, these 2 structures are also important. You may ask to write or to draw the structures of borazine, trichloroborazine, and the saturated analog of the cyclohexane, that is trichlorocyclohexane. Okay. Both in simple planar form and in chair form. Okay. So, these structures are important, and the reactions of formation of this borazine and trichloroborazine, okay, these are also important from the exam point of view. Okay. So, students, this is all about the boron nitride compounds. Okay. We have covered it in 2 lectures. In last lecture we have seen the simple boron nitrides, their classification, and in this lecture we have seen the different other analogues such as aminoboranes and borazine. Okay. So, this is all about the boron nitrides. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.